figures from Batman v Superman? Well, here they are. Today we're looking at the brand new Fondjoy Batman v Superman 1/9 scale 2-pack, featuring both Henry Cavill Superman and Ben Affleck's armoured Batman in his battle damaged suit. As you can see on the front of the packaging here, it features some awesome artwork from the movie, and on the back we have images of what you get in the box, and this is of course an officially licensed DC product as well. These are actually my first ever Fondjoy figures, so I'm intrigued to see what they're like. So let's open them up and see if they give me joy. So first up we have a base for each character. So you can see here Superman's has a silver and black emblem with his name on the front, and Batman's is red and black with the same design and a peg hole to plug in the flight stand. Speaking of which, we have that here. As you can see in the middle, it has a ratchet which is nice and tight, so there's no risk of it drooping when your figure's on display. It's also got a spring on the clamp at the end there, so that will hold nice and tightly onto your figure. So first up, we'll look at Henry Cavill Superman. Articulation wise, it has a really good range of movement. He has bicep swivel, you can get the elbow to bend a good amount, and in the shoulders it has butterfly joints, which is always helpful as well. The joints are all pretty tight in a good way. It doesn't feel like they're going to get damaged, and they're not overly loose either. This is how much he can bend backwards. He's got a good ab crunch there, and this is how much he can bend forward. And his trunks are actually a rubbery material, which kind of helps as well for the articulation. As we can see, the legs also have a good range of movement, and they actually go all the way back like so. So double jointed knees and even toe articulation as well. They've done a really good job with the suit here. It's very detailed. It's got all the correct markings where they should be. Great colouring as well on the suit. The emblem looks brilliant. It's nice and shiny. And compared to other companies, they've actually done quite an accurate job with the way the cape attaches to the suit here. So top marks for that as well. In terms of likeness, I think they've done a pretty good job here. It does look like Henry Cavill. So this is just his normal expression. And for the price point, I'm actually really impressed. Now there's one thing which is not good, is the fact that they didn't wire the cape. But I'll explain about that in a little while. You do get a lot of it though. This is the whole span of the cape here, and as you can see, that is quite large. So what I was just referring to is that the fact that there's no wire in Superman's cape. So in order to achieve a pose like this, I've literally had to bunch the cape up and lay it on top of the figure. Otherwise it just wants to droop down, which obviously doesn't look right at all when he's trying to fly. It's just such a shame that they didn't put a wire in his cape. So next up we'll look at the alternative Superman head, which is supposed to be the angry version, but again, I feel like they could have done better with this. It's basically the same head sculpt, but just with a little bit of red painted around the eyes. As well as the clenched fist already on the figure, we get some open hands, and we get a pair of gripping hands so that Superman can grip things. Well, that's Superman taken care of for now. Let's check out the Batman. So here he is in all his glory. And I must admit, he looks fantastic. And again, for the price point, I'm just really impressed. The suit looks great with lots of detail. And as you can see here, the likeness to Ben Affleck looks really, really good from what you can see through the damage on the cowl. The range of movement on the head isn't too bad at all. Obviously, the suit is going to hinder it a little bit, but he looks down and up just about as much as you'd expect him to in real life. You can see here it's got the damage on the front of the suit here. The suit is just plastic. Obviously, again, for that price point, you're not exactly going to expect it to be die-cast metal or anything like that. But guess what? Batman has a wired cape, so at least we have that for posing. As you can see, his cape isn't actually quite as big as Superman's. It has the scalloped edges at the bottom and a wire either side of the cape for posing capabilities. Now, considering he's in the armoured suit, his articulation is actually really quite good. They've tried to make it so each joint isn't too hindered by the suit, or at least the suit moves to be able to give you that articulation. As you can see here, the shoulder pad is actually rubber, so it will bend and move out the way in order for you to get the articulation you need out of the arm. All of the joints are the same as what Superman's got, so you've got the butterfly joint again, the bicep swivel, Practically just the same articulation, albeit Batman has the armoured pieces over the figure. The ab crunch gives you a pretty good range of movement both up and down. The only difference to the Superman figure is that Batman's legs don't bend quite as far back, again purely because of the suit. Now let's take a look at Batman's accessories. So first up we have the kryptonite spear, which is just plastic, but I'm glad to say it is a hard plastic and it's not flimsy or floppy like the McFarlane version, if anyone's seen that one. So yeah, this is pretty nice. Unfortunately, the same can't be said for this grenade launcher. It's a really soft plastic, which is very bendy and flimsy, so that is a little bit of a shame there. We then get 2 smoke grenades, and they do appear to be slightly different. One appears to be opened up and the other one is closed. We then have the grapple launcher, which unfortunately suffers with the same problem of being very, very flimsy. It makes it kind of easier to get in Batman's hand, but at the same time it can also look not great. And speaking of hands, we get a pair of open hands. There's also the clenched fists that are already on the figure. And we get another pair of gripping hands. And what appears to be a thumbs up hand. And then a trigger finger hand as well. So again, overall, I'm pretty happy with this figure. I think they've done a great job, brilliant likeness and good detail on the suit. It's just a bit of a shame about a few drawbacks, being the flimsy nature of Batman's weapons. It was well known with the Mezco version that the kryptonite on the spear would often break off, so I think we might just have to be very careful with this one in case it suffers the same fate. At least the spear itself seems to be pretty sturdy and well made, and to be honest, that's what I would display them with anyway, so I'm not too bothered about the other weapons. So overall, I'm really happy with these figures. I think Fondjoy done a great job and brilliant for the price point. If anybody's looking for some figures in the sort of McFarlane type range, I paid 65 Great British pounds for these, which, considering the likeness is so much better than McFarlane, I'm really happy with that. I think the main drawback for me probably is just Superman's cape. It really, really does need a wire in there. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of my lifelong collection of Batman. Why did you say that name?